On to now to the coronavirus fight here in Maryland, where the state adds more than 1,600 new COVID cases as more than 65 people are hospitalized in the last day alone. Now, this comes as the statewide positivity rate rises to nearly 6%. However, there is some good news. Governor Hogan says Maryland hit a new milestone in COVID vaccinations. The state is administering more than 60,000 shots a day, and it hit a new one-day record for vaccinations with more than 78,000 doses administered in just the past day. The New York Times is reporting that the Biden administration is putting Johnson & Johnson in charge of the Baltimore plant that ruined millions of doses of its vaccine. Stetson Miller has more on this big change.
After 15 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine were ruined at this Emergent Biosolutions plant in Baltimore, the New York Times is reporting that the Biden administration put Johnson & Johnson in charge of the plant on Saturday and moved to stop it from making the AstraZeneca vaccine as well. The plant will now be solely devoted to making the J&J vaccine to avoid future mishaps.
All the doses that have been distributed to us and have been administered did not come from that plant.
In a statement, Johnson & Johnson said it's assuming full responsibility of the manufacturing of the vaccine at the Bayview facility and said it's adding dedicated leaders for operations and quality.
When you have humans, there's going to be human error, and we're just hopeful that they get the issues under wraps so that they can produce the vaccine.
The vaccine mix-up has delayed authorization of the plant's production lines. Johnson & Johnson says it's continuing to work with the FDA towards emergency use authorization of the Bayview facility.
Now it's about getting the production ramped back up, getting it back out, getting the protocols in place so that our people, not here just in Baltimore but around the country, can benefit from it.
And Johnson & Johnson also said it still expects to deliver nearly 100 million doses of its vaccine to the U.S. by the end of May. In East Baltimore, Stetson Miller for WJZ.
Yesterday marked the second Easter disrupted by COVID-19. Worshippers in Los Angeles celebrated Easter at church, both inside in pews and outside in cars. Some, though, unmasked and ignoring safety protocols. Now, in the United States right now, it is a race between deadly variants and vaccinations. The CDC says on average 3 million Americans a day are getting vaccinated. Now, while capacity may have been limited, churches here in our area opened their doors for Easter services. Sean Stryker has the message from church leaders and those able to attend.
With blue skies and the sun shining, Easter service at the Cathedral of Mary Our Queen was once again held in person.
It's just been wonderful to be back here in person after a long year of being apart.
With capacity limits and social distancing in place, Kate Linkus attended service with her family.
The sermon today was all about hope and maintaining hope through a difficult year.
I think we've proven to ourselves this past year that we're more resilient than we think we are.
Archbishop William Lori remains hopeful about the future.
What I sense this year is a lot more optimism, a lot more joy, and it's just wonderful to see people actually in church.
At Old St. Paul's, they too welcome back parishioners after more than a year of holding service almost exclusively online.
It seemed like it was the right time, and we love the idea of the joy of Easter bringing people back into our building.
Back in the building as Maryland continues to take steps to get back to normal. Now, churches across the area also held virtual services as well as outdoor services for those who are not quite ready to head inside. In Baltimore, Sean Stryker for WJZ.